Hey, Ox.
We have quite a bit for you guys.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to talk about some cars in the parking lot, the college application process, and a new recurring commuter segment.
With that being said, this is DCTV Blue.
Welcome to DCTV Blue, our weekly news and entertainment show. I'm Precious.
And I'm Avery.
As high school students prepare for the big leap into college, there's a lot more to think about than just dorm room decor.
That's right. From dealing with homesickness to learning how to do laundry, it's an exciting, if not overwhelming, experience.
I caught up with some students and teachers to find out how they're getting ready for the next chapter. Let's take a look. Hello, my name is Precious. Welcome to DCTV Blue. Today I am going to be interviewing students and teachers about colleges.
Letters of recommendation are a huge thing we do in JAG class. So between colleges, scholarships, and different programs, I've probably written over 50 so far this year. What's really cool is at Decatur Central, we see a wide variety of schools that students apply to. I'd say the most common ones are probably IU Bloomington, IU Indianapolis, Ball State, and Ivy Tech. I would say for seniors who are hesitant to apply to college, you never know what direction your life is going to take. College is not the end-all be-all. It's not the only pathway to success. However, you don't want to limit your opportunities after high school just because you weren't sure about something. You can always apply, get in, and decide, no, this isn't for me, but you don't want to have missed any opportunities and deadlines because you weren't sure. So I'd say give it a go just in case, and you can always change your mind later.
Let's go ask the students what they think.
I've applied to Ivy Tech. That's where I plan on going, maybe. That's just the only one I've applied to, so. They have basic requirements for Ivy Tech. You don't really need, it's free submission fee, like it doesn't cost like most colleges do. You need a 2.6 GPA and just a high school diploma. It's other factors too, but those are the only ones that I know of right now.
Applied to Ball State, Bloomington, and the University of Indiana because they were in-state and I heard many good things about them, and I did college visits, which really helped. Not really any special requirements to going to these schools, just having a good GPA, test scores are optional, and yeah.
Many seniors have already begun to apply for college. If you haven't, don't be afraid to do so, and make sure you ask your teachers for letters of recommendations.
It's clear that the college journey can be full of opportunities to grow and discover new things.
Absolutely. From meeting new friends to finding your passion, college can truly shape your future.
Speaking of friends, making them can be tricky, but sometimes it's all about finding common ground, like sharing a love for cars. Whether you're bonding over a sleek ride or laughing at a clunker, there's always room for new connection. And speaking of cars,
if you've ever taken a glance out of your classroom window, there's a solid chance you'd see a car or two out there. But have you ever thought about how good or bad these vehicles are, how they drive, and what comes together to take people to and from their homes to the school? Here we have two vehicles lined up. One is a beautiful, spacious, high horsepower machine, and the other one is one of the worst pieces of metal and rubber that has ever been forced into my eyes. Oh boy, do I absolutely despise anyone who drives this wretched thing.
I got this truck because every big man deserves a big truck, brother. This truck right here is a V8, which produces a lot of horsepower. Now, not so much horses I could run a ranch, but why would I do that, brother?
I bought this car because I simply have class, unlike you wageless peasants. Talking about my things is just so poor. Ernesto, tell them about the automotive.
This car has a 5.7-liter Hemi V8 that makes approximately 340 horsepower. The 0 to 60 is 5.5 seconds, and the top speed is 155 miles per hour.
See, my car and me are just so much better than all of you. There's so much trunk space. Ernesto, pop the trizzy. Oh, wait, never mind. No more questions from you peasants. Ernesto, skirt us away from the oppositions.
Glad we could end things on a good note with the worst of human engineering next to the best. We hope next time you see a car on the road, you'll think of everything that made the person buy it, even if they were not thinking straight.
Well, I think it's safe to say some cars are built for greatness and others should probably come with a free bus pass.
Yeah, that first car looked like it was held together with hope and duct tape.
Speaking of things barely holding it together, it's time for Headline Handoff, where we swap the weirdest headlines we could make up.
Brace yourselves, it's about to get ridiculous.
Hello, DCTV. I'm your host, Vermillion.
And I'm your co-host, Bradshaw.
And we're doing a new segment this week, and we're going to try and keep it because we've been bouncing around.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, this segment is called Headline Handoff.
This is a segment where we collect people and give them 1 week to make jokes and swap them live.
That's right. So Brandon here has some written jokes for me, and I have never seen them before.
And same thing with Drake here. I haven't seen a single joke that he's made for me either.
All right. With all that being said, start us off.
Oh, wow. Okay. The new school has installed a new vending machine. Now, instead of getting candy and drinks, we'll get life lessons, like try again later. Okay.
If you've ever been on your phone in this school, you'll notice how slow the Wi-Fi is. At this point, I could send a message by a carrier pigeon faster than I could load my homework.
Oh, Mr. Adams isn't going to like me. Our theater department has upgraded their stage lights, so the stage is looking brighter and better than ever. The only issue is now you can see every student texting in the audience.
All right. The school cafeteria is making changes to improve student health, including switching the whole grain pizza crust. Switching the whole grain pizza crust, because nothing says nutritional excellence like the same pizza slice that's been under the heat lamp since the Bush administration.
A history teacher was fired today after writing L+ ratio on a student's essay about the Great Depression. The principal called it inappropriate, but the students agreed it was a, quote, the biggest academic burn since the Library of Alexandria.
Band director Adam Best has been unusually joyful about the band's performances lately. Studies suggest something is way off. Either the drumline finally learned how to keep a steady tempo, or he has finally completely lost touch with reality.
This one is for sure targeted. The SATs are finally over. Now we all get to wait in pure panic to see if we were able to guess our way into college. Dude. That's
Come on, man. A recent study found that students learn better when they get at least 8 hours of sleep. So I'm very proud and honored to be officially the dumbest kid in school.
The DCTV department got new microphones. Now we can hear every word, even those ones we weren't supposed to say on air.
Student Rowan Conn of the Decatur's top golf players and is on watch for a mental health issue. Doctors say it's because she's consumed way too much Dr. Pepper. At this point, they're just waiting for her to tee off on the golf course and try to hit a soda can instead of the ball.
And that's all that we have for today.
Yeah, thanks for watching the show. Again, we plan on keeping this show, so stay tuned.
I'm your host, Brandon Vermillion.
Co-host, Drake Bradshaw, and this was the Headline Handoff.
Well, I think we've officially proven that the news is stranger than fiction.
And sometimes stranger than my uncle's conspiracy theories at Thanksgiving.
But don't worry, we're shifting back to reality. Up next, our boy Coop went around talking about the reading challenges, so stick around.
Hello, welcome back to DCTV Blue. Today we're going to interview the leader of the Read a Rosie Book Challenge to check up on it and see how it's going. Today we are going to talk to Miss Beecher and see how the reading challenge is going.
I was very, very pleased with the last reading challenge. We had more than doubled from the January challenge. So the February challenge we had 43, and really looking forward to making these challenges even more popular. So we had a very, very popular February challenge. Very happy. Okay, the one that we're in right now is the Read a Rosie across America, and it started March 3rd, and it goes through the 31st of the month. I sure have. I've read I read almost all the Rosies every year. There are 25 books nominated every year to be on the Indiana Elliott Rosewater nominee list. And because that's such a long name, I shorten it to the Rosies, most people do. And I read between 20 to 23 of them every summer so I can be ready for the school year. So yeah, I've read a lot of those. They're very popular. Well, based on how February went, I'm hoping to double those numbers. We have not gotten there yet. We have a long ways to go, but I think we can, especially knowing that spring break is coming and that people will have some time to get some personal reading in. So I'm optimistic that our numbers go up, especially when they see what one of the prizes is.
The prize will be revealed soon. That's all for today's package. Hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to log on to the Beanstalk app to check out the reading challenge.
That was a great look at how the library's reading challenge is getting more students to pick up a book.
Yeah, and I might just join in through my last reading challenges was trying to finish a book without falling asleep.
Hey, no judgment, but whether you're a bookworm or just in it for the prizes, it's a great way to get involved. Coming up is a deep dive into how the SAT went for people.
Hi, I'm Avery Thompson. Today we'll be talking about the SAT and what Decatur students are doing to prepare. Let's go!
The week of March 3rd, DCHS students are preparing for the upcoming SAT. Let's see how some of them are preparing.
I've attended the SAT prep sessions in class. I've done both math, reading, and writing, and then I've also went outside of school to the after-school JAG program on Wednesdays to do the same thing.
I've looked into what is going to be on the test, and I've taken a couple practice tests, and I've attended some study sessions with Mrs. Hansen.
Many of the students mentioned JAG SAT prep sessions. Let's talk to Ms. Hansen, one of Decatur Central's JAG teachers, to see just what a prep session is.
After school, we warm up with a couple of practice questions, but then we've been doing timed sections. I think a key to the SAT is knowing the timing and the pacing of it, because again, it's things that you've been learning throughout your time in high school. So doing a timed section helps you to see how fast am I getting through it, are there areas I'm struggling with, and then if we're doing multiple sections, we can see are there themes for questions maybe I'm not understanding that I should be working on more. Are there sections I'm more confident on? Do you feel like you're rocking the math but maybe need more time with the reading and writing or vice versa? So we try to identify kind of where your weaker points are so that we can utilize those for our next practice section.
After all this preparation, are our students prepared? Let's ask them.
I feel like I'm going to get at least a 1400.
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be the best SAT we've ever had, and everyone's going to have a really fun time. Well, maybe not a fun time, but they're going to do it and it's going to go well.
Decatur students and faculty are pulling out all the stops to prepare for this year's SAT. What are you doing to prepare? Let's hope to see some high scores. You got this, Decatur.
Well, whether you're preparing for the SAT or just trying to remember how to do basic math, one thing for sure is test season is no joke.
Yeah, and if all else fails, at least we know the alphabet because sometimes C is really the answer.
That's all for today, DC Weekly.
Thanks for watching.
Remember to be better today than yesterday.
Better tomorrow than today.
Because we're all, this is what we do.